On July 12, 1998, nearly 1.5 billion people turned toward the Stade de France. The World Cup final had arrived. France, the host nation, faced Brazil, the defending champions. It was meant to define a football generation. Yet decades later, many fans do not begin with the score. They begin with one question. What really happened to Ronaldo just hours before the biggest match of his life? That question has inspired documentaries, investigations, books, and endless debate. Some answers are supported by medical reports and eyewitness testimony. Others remain speculation. Even today, separating fact from myth is difficult. This is the story of football's greatest unanswered mystery. By the summer of 1998, Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima was football's brightest star. He was only 21, yet he had already changed what people expected from a striker. Explosive speed, brilliant dribbling, clinical finishing, and unusual calm made him the most feared forward in the world. After starring for PSV Eindhoven, Barcelona, and Inter Milan, he was widely considered the best player on the planet. Millions knew him by one nickname: Fenomeno, the phenomenon. For many observers, Ronaldo represented the future of football. Brazil believed the same. The team had arrived in France determined to defend the World Cup won 4 years earlier in the United States. They showed moments of brilliance throughout the tournament, even if they were not always perfect. Whenever Brazil struggled, Ronaldo seemed able to change everything with one run, one touch, or one finish. Brazil reached another final, and the world expected Ronaldo to become the tournament's defining figure. The stage was ready. No one could have imagined what would happen next. On the afternoon of the final, Brazil stayed at the Château de Grande Romaine outside Paris. According to teammates and official accounts, something alarming happened inside the team hotel. Ronaldo suddenly suffered a medical episode. Several teammates later described hearing shouting from his room before finding him lying on the floor. Roberto Carlos later recalled seeing Ronaldo unconscious. Goalkeeper Claudio Taffarel also confirmed that the situation was deeply concerning. Medical staff rushed to help him. This is one of the few parts of the story on which there is broad agreement. Ronaldo experienced what has generally been described as a convulsive episode. Exactly what caused it remains uncertain. Brazilian team Dr. Lidio Toledo examined him. Medical personnel continued evaluating his condition. For a period of time, there were serious doubts about whether he should play. Confusion spread through the Brazilian delegation. Players asked questions. Coaches waited for updates. Officials tried to understand the situation while preparing for the biggest match in football. Then came the first public sign that something was wrong. Around 75 minutes before kickoff, FIFA received Brazil's official team sheet. Ronaldo's name was missing. Edmundo was listed in the starting 11 instead. This is not speculation. Official records confirm that Brazil first submitted a lineup without Ronaldo. Around the world, journalists noticed immediately. Commentators wondered whether Ronaldo had been injured in training. Few people knew the truth. Inside the Brazilian camp, uncertainty continued. Then another surprise arrived. Brazil submitted a revised team sheet. Edmundo was removed. Ronaldo was back. No detailed public explanation came with the change. One moment, he was absent. The next, he would lead Brazil into the World Cup final. To this day, that sequence remains one of the most unusual moments in World Cup history. When the teams walked onto the pitch, many spectators noticed that Ronaldo did not seem like himself. His movements lacked their usual explosiveness. His body language looked subdued. Normally, he demanded possession and attacked defenders with fearless confidence. This evening felt different. France grew stronger with every passing minute. The home crowd created a powerful atmosphere. Every tackle was celebrated. Every interception increased belief. Every French attack raised the noise inside the stadium. Brazil struggled to find rhythm. Midway through the first half, France won a corner. Zinedine Zidane rose above the Brazilian defense and headed the ball into the net. 1-0. Just before halftime, another French corner produced another Zidane header. 2-0. Brazil entered the dressing room facing a challenge they had not expected. If Ronaldo had been fully fit, many expected him to transform the match. Instead, he remained strangely quiet. In the second half, Brazil tried to respond. Chances appeared, but none changed the momentum. Late in the match, Emmanuel Petit scored France's third goal. 3-0. France became world champions for the first time. The celebration was unforgettable. Yet beside France's triumph, another story captured global attention. Why had Ronaldo looked so unlike himself? Within hours, questions overwhelmed the football world. What exactly happened before kickoff? Why had Ronaldo first been removed from the team sheet and then reinstated? Who made the final decision? Was he medically fit to play? Those questions never completely disappeared. Over the years, several explanations emerged. Some are supported by evidence. Others remain speculation. The most widely accepted explanation is that Ronaldo suffered a convulsive seizure before the match. Multiple teammates described witnessing the episode. Medical staff confirmed that he required examination. Years later, Ronaldo himself acknowledged experiencing a convulsion, although he said he had no memory of it. This much is broadly supported. What remains uncertain is why it happened. Doctors have discussed possible causes: fatigue, stress, sleep disruption, or neurological factors. But no definitive medical cause has ever been publicly established. Without conclusive evidence, any specific diagnosis remains uncertain. Another question concerns the decision to let Ronaldo play. According to official accounts, doctors eventually concluded that he was physically able to participate. Ronaldo reportedly insisted that he wanted to play. Some members of the coaching staff later suggested that preventing him from playing against his wishes would have been extremely difficult. Perhaps the most famous theory involves commercial pressure. For years, rumors claimed that powerful sponsors demanded Ronaldo's participation because of huge financial interests surrounding the final. Nike was the name most often linked to these claims. The theory spread through newspapers, television, and later the internet. Yet no verified evidence has ever proved that a sponsor forced Brazil to field Ronaldo. For that reason, historians generally classify the sponsor theory as an unproven claim rather than an established fact. Another explanation points to confusion and poor communication inside the Brazilian camp. Some journalists argue that uncertainty among doctors, coaches, and officials created a situation in which clear decision-making became extremely difficult. This explanation does not require conspiracy. It reflects the reality that even elite sporting organizations can experience chaos during moments of extraordinary pressure. Many researchers consider it more plausible than dramatic theories, although it too cannot be proven completely. Still, certainty remains elusive. Ronaldo has spoken about that day several times. He has consistently rejected claims that he avoided playing or that outside forces dictated his decision. According to him, he regained consciousness after the episode and wanted to help his teammates. He believed he could compete. He did not want to miss the World Cup final. Whether that was courage or unnecessary risk remains open to interpretation. For Brazil's medical team, the decision remains one of the most scrutinized in football history. Some believe allowing Ronaldo to play respected the wishes of a recovered athlete. Others believe caution should have prevailed, no matter how important the match was. Perhaps the story still fascinates football fans because so many questions remain unanswered. Modern football operates under stricter medical supervision. Elite players are constantly monitored. Communication is immediate. Protocols are detailed. The events around Ronaldo in 1998 happened in a different era. Documentation was less complete. Information reached the public more slowly. Rumors spread quickly while verified evidence remained limited. That combination created perfect conditions for speculation. Yet history did not end in Paris. For Ronaldo, the defeat became only one chapter. Soon afterward, devastating knee injuries threatened to end his career. Many believed the world's greatest striker would never return. Then came 2002. In South Korea and Japan, Ronaldo completed one of football's greatest comebacks. He scored 8 goals. He finished as the tournament's leading scorer. He scored twice in the World Cup final against Germany. Brazil lifted its 5th World Cup. So, what really happened before the 1998 World Cup final? The historical record allows us to answer only part of that question. Ronaldo suffered a serious medical episode. He was temporarily removed from Brazil's starting lineup. He was later reinstated. He played the match. Brazil lost 3-0. Those facts are well documented. Beyond them, certainty becomes difficult. Why did the episode occur? Was the decision to play entirely medical? Could events have unfolded differently? Were mistakes made under extraordinary pressure? History offers possibilities. It does not offer complete certainty. And perhaps that is why this story has endured for generations. Football is often remembered through trophies, goals, and celebrations. But sometimes history is shaped just as strongly by unanswered questions. On one unforgettable night in Paris, the greatest player in the world walked onto the biggest stage carrying a mystery that has never been fully solved. More than 25 years later, football still searches for the final answer.